Welcome to the debut edition of NPC Commentary. This is where I'll be answering Cody Rhodes' eternal question, what do you want to talk about? Well, what I want to talk about is different things in the wrestling world. Could be current, could be classic. Hope you enjoy. So this time, I want to talk about Lola Vice. I don't understand why she does not have a championship in NXT. I don't understand why she lost to 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭 at this past Heat Wave. This is the second time they've done this. They built her up last year against Roxanne Perez, who, side note, I hope they have something good for her when Liv Morgan comes back, because she's been in a holding pattern on Raw. But getting back to Lola, yes, she lost to Roxanne. No shame in that, but they had this big build-up. Now they have a big build-up this year where she is fighting 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭. And no shade on 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭. I think she's a phenomenal old-school heel. Nothing likable about her character. Only wins with interference. She's the classic, what the old-school magazines would call a rule breaker. And she can go in the ring. But Lola is a credible fighter. And I know it's wrestling. But again, they built her up. She's a credible fighter. She's a star. She looks great. There is no reason she should have lost that match. Oh, and it was in her home state as well. Did I mention that? It's like Vince is still running the show, that she loses in her home state in front of her family. It's like the whole thing was for nothing. And when I say Lola's a star, check this out. She's got 1.1 million followers on Instagram. And that is star level. It's more than I think anyone in NXT has. And it's comparable to Tiffy Time herself, Tiffany Stratton, who also has 1.1 million followers. Of course, very impressive also. But she's the current WWE Women's Champion, one of the top women in the entire company, and she's been there for over a year and a half. Well, you see, Lola is still in NXT and has that following without being on a major brand. And if they're not going to give her the NXT Women's Championship, why not the North American title? I know you might be saying, but Mike, Sol Ruca is awesome. Absolutely. She's phenomenal. I can easily see her on the main roster. But I also see her being an NXT Women's Champion herself. Maybe even a double champion like Stephanie Vaquer was. So, in that scenario, she would have to give up the North American title. Or maybe she loses the North American title to Zarya, who's obviously going to turn on her at some point. But whether Zarya has it, whether there's a tournament, have Lola win it. Let her shine, because she deserves it. And eventually, it's one thing, you know, the chase is a big thing in wrestling, always has been. But eventually, you've got to let the babyface win and have that moment. Because if you don't give her that moment, the crowd stops believing and you burn them out. What happens is they will see Lola Vice and say, well, we know she's not going to win, and that's utterly ridiculous. You know, to not have somebody with that look, like I said, who's a star, who's a real combat athlete, and also knows how to balance things. She can come out, dance, and then when it's time to get down to business, she can be serious, an ass kicker. And then when the time is just right, she can have a little fun. I'm a Latina. Give her opponent the popular move in the corner, we'll say. And to me, she just has everything. Oh, did I mention she's super over when they put her on the AAA specials, and she's not even a luchador. So I think you guys get the idea. So if this happens to be your first time on the channel, I also do regular collectible wrestling videos, as the Mike Parker Collects name would imply. Decided to try something new. Hope everyone enjoyed this video. Do me a solid, give it a like if you want to see more on a regular basis. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time.